so that he can say, well done, my good and faithful servant. And this is the definition of good success, that you get accolades only from God, that you go through life knowing that you only have one audience, and that is God himself. So that if you are a cleaner, you clean as if you are working for the Lord. If you are an MD, you manage as if you are working for the Lord. If you are a musician, you sing as if you are singing only for the Lord. You know, everything we do for our maker, our manufacturer. I mean, imagine if the sun said, I'm not going to shine today. I'm not in the mood. I don't feel like it. I've been invited to a party in Greece, and I'm only going to come out in Greece today. The sun can't do that. The sun will honor God's intentions every day. And because of that, we benefit from it. Because of that, we have food to eat. Because of that, we see in the daytime. So imagine when you begin to function in the way, in the manner in which you were created. You begin to function based on the reason God created you as a human being. Imagine what kind of impact you will make on this world. Imagine the legacy you will leave behind. And your legacy isn't just the buildings you built and the businesses you established and the companies you were able to start or the boards you sat on. Your legacy, as I've heard someone say, I'm not sure if it was, Maya Angelou said it to Oprah Winfrey, that your legacy is the lives you touch for good. That's your legacy, because those lives will also touch other lives for good, and it will continue for generations yet unborn. That's what we should focus on. Anything else we're focusing on right now will not get us where we need to go. So I ask you, are you putting your faith into action? Because faith is action by limbs. We have to get to work. We have to get to work. We have to get busy doing something for God daily. So in your heart right now, in your soul right now, in your spirit right now, in your bosom right now, you feel the need to fix the problem. You feel the need to feed the hungry. You feel the need to build schools. You see a problem in education. You see a problem in how older people are being cared for in their retirement. Something angers you. Begin to follow those promptings. They will reveal to you what God wants you to do, if you do not already know. Then some people already know, and they want to wish it away because they think it's going to take a lot of work. Yes, it will take some work, and it might even take a lot of work. But that thing that has not left you alone for decades, that book that has been begging you to write it for decades, that school that has been begging you to start it for decades, that child that will not stop coming to your house to beg for food. God intends for you to meet needs through those things. And until you give them your undivided attention, until you put action to those words you speak, things will not be the way you expect them to be. Get a plain piece of paper, because this is where we say, so what are you going to do about it? I can talk from now till tomorrow morning. The issue is, what are you going to do about it? How many conferences have we attended? How many workshops have we participated in? How many self-help books have we read? What have you done with the information? So reading it alone is not going to help if you're not going to put the suggestions they laid in those books to practice. Attending workshops alone will not help if when you get home you pick up the manual, drop it on a shelf, and it sits there for years. You have to do something. So at DreamBank, we don't talk too much, or at least we try not to talk too much, because some people might say I talk too much. But we try not to talk too much. We want you to come up with those action steps. So on a plain piece of paper right now, write down the numbers 1 through 7. Give room so that you can make notes. But leave space above that to answer the question, what are you going to do for God? What will be your legacy? How are you going to affect lives for generations yet unborn? Are Are you going to provide wheelchairs in areas where no one is thinking about the physically challenged? Are you going to open a hospital in your father's hometown in Nigeria, West Africa, and provide healthcare for free to a neighborhood? You know, there are partners waiting to join you in your belief. We call them partners in believing. They're waiting to join you in your belief. They're waiting to help you in your belief. I'm sitting in a dream center that I knew nothing about. The Dream Center plaque was on the door before I even got the vision for DreamBank. And they reached out to me from Lagos, Nigeria, in Houston, Texas. So before God even gave me the vision for DreamBank, He had already put the vision for the Dream Center in somebody's heart to open it up so I can use it. That's what I'm talking about when you work on bankable dreams. God Himself brings the increase. God Himself provides the resources. So write down numbers 1 through 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not being regimentary. 7 is a number of completion. We use 7 action steps because we believe if you start with those 7 and you dedicate yourself to those 7 steps for 40 days, as I said, everything begins to snowball. Before you know it, you get a partner who has a suggestion for what you can do to get started. You have somebody who has resources already that they're trying to give away. You know, somebody opened up a warehouse and had shoes. She intended to sell to schools, but then something told her to give them away, and she donated them instead. So there's so many things that we can do, but put it down in writing. Write it down. Dedicate yourself to it for 40 days. Schedule things that you need to get done. So your first thing might be, say for instance, you want to, let me use an example of something that we've already done, right? You want to write a book. You want to write a book about domestic violence and how you moved from victim to survivor. And you want to help other people move from that and then establish a crisis response center. Write down your numbers 1 through 7. The first thing is to identify exactly what it is you want to do. Then the next step might be to go and visit agencies that already exist, look for industry experts in the area that you are interested in, and go and have meetings with them. Tell them your ideas about what it is you're trying to do and how that would enhance what they are already doing. And then the next step might be to go and register that company, register the name, get a website, get business cards, begin to tell other people about what it is you're trying to do. And then just go down the list until you get 7 steps. And if you're having difficulty coming up with 7 steps, or you may even have difficulty coming up with what it is that God wants you to do to begin with, we help with the discovery stage as well. There are certain questions and exercises that we put you through that will help you uncover what already is there. Because we say it is there already, that's why BB exists. Be who God created you to be. You have already been created. You are complete, you are full, you have everything you need within you. You just need to reach for them. So we'll help you with that. You can reach out to us on their Facebook, on DreamBank. You can reach out to us through Facebook, and it's called DreamBank. The name of our page is DreamBank. Or you can reach out to me directly, their Instagram, BB the Dream Banker. Send in your questions, send in your requests. We'll be happy to help you. Now, DreamBank, like I said, is non-profit. We will not charge you 1 penny. We will not charge you a penny. If anybody reaches out to you and says they're from DreamBank and they're going to charge you for a workshop or charge you to connect you with a resource, they're not a Dream Banker. I will not collect 1 penny from you. The work I am doing is my Jesus assignment, and I will do it until the day that I die. And God will continue to give the resources to do what He has asked me to do. And there's no time I need something relating to the assignment that God has given me that it doesn't just show up. The person who is holding this phone, recording this, reached out to me, their DreamBank, to say he would like to help us record. He didn't even know that the workshop was going to be cancelled on Saturday because of the marathon. He didn't even know that I was planning to then record a video and post it online. But he reached out to me, their DreamBank, to say he wants to help us record. So even before I had the need, God had already placed the resource in my way. And that is what happens to me every single day, because I answered that call to farm my God-given dream. Will you do the same? Reach out to us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Become a DreamBanker today. Thank you. Bye for now.